Come and sew with me. Let's get social. You know it ain't that hard to do. Let's get social.
Hello. Happy Friday. Welcome and thank you for everybody that's here. Even though I'm a little bit late, I appreciate you all for being here. Today we are going to be doing the Gathered Tunic. It is Black History Month, so of course we are celebrating and highlighting Black pattern designers. And like last week, we are also going to be doing a pattern of Nikki from Beaute J'Adore. We're going to be doing her Gathered Tunic. I am going to be doing mine in denim. Why? Because I have a lot of it. Why? Because I really like it. And yeah, so we're going to be doing it in denim. I will put the link to the pattern in the chat at some point today. Hey, Sabs. Let's see if I have this thing plugged in. Sometimes my sewing machine be making me nervous. I'm like, I ain't finished even paying for you yet. You better not act up. What's going on, Sabs? How are you? So we're going to be doing a pattern again this week for Nikki from Beaute J'Adore. And next week, we're going to be doing a pattern by Patterns by D or D Designs, the lovely LaShawn dress. So I'm excited about that as well. This pattern, so I'm doing it in denim or stretch denim. And it just in terms of what you need, you do need a zipper. You need some interfacing because you do need to interface the neck facing. There's a front neck facing, and a back neck facing that you need to interface. What else? Invisible zipper, fabric, 2 yards for small through medium, 2.5 yards for large to extra large. I did cut a extra large because I feel like it's easier to slim it down than to be able to make it larger. So it may be a little bit too big, but we're going to go with the extra large. I started to do a large and then I said, no, it's stretch fabric. So let me do the extra large. We'll see where it gets. Worst case scenario, I will serge the sides to get the fit that I want. But yes, I picked an extra large. Hi, Diane. Welcome. Happy Friday. Sabs, I'm doing pretty good. I'm not sick. I've recovered fully from the flu. I'm working on trying to get my tonsils out. It's one of those bittersweet things. Like when my voice goes away, I'm like, I gotta hurry up and get it done. When my voice is there, then I'm like not in so much of a rush. So yeah, that is my dilemma. But right now I'm feeling great. I have no complaints. I have no complaints. So I've cut out everything. The only thing I don't have is the zipper that I want. And so I'm literally about to go in here and see, do I gotta pull down my big old thing with all the zippers in it, or can I find a zipper that I've like stuffed in somewhere where it didn't belong? But I think when I was cleaning up, I think I put everything where it was supposed to be. And I may not have that zipper that I thought I had, just kind of hanging around somewhere. But let me just check one more place. All right, let me pull down my zippers. This is how I get all my stuff from up high. will be in about 4 hours. So I'm getting a 24-inch invisible zipper out. And I'm trying not to use black because I always use black. And then when I really need a black, I'm not going to have a black. That's what I'm nervous about. Pull that one out. And pull that one out. All right, I think we good. I think those two will be. There we go. All right, so that was easy. We got this zipper. Okay. I think we are good to go. So I just pulled out some zippers. I was going to use that same green zipper that I really don't like to use. But I'm like, it's not 24 inches. It is 18. And I need 24. So these are 24. They match the denim. So we'll be good to go with that. Oh, let me see y'all talk. Okay. Friday, happy early Valentine's. Thank you, Diane. Hey, Anna. And I'm going to be ordering another mat. I need another mat. See, you look, that's the universe put you on here because it reminded me I need to get me a mat. I need another mat. I'll be getting that soon. I definitely will be getting that. Okay, so let's get started. So I cut out there's literally 4 pattern pieces. It is, you cut the back in 2 pieces because you have a zipper. You cut the front on a fold, and then you have your 2 facing pieces, the front facing and the back facing. The front facing is on a fold. The back facing is 2 pieces. You do interface only the facing pieces, so we do still have to do that. We'll do that. Let me turn the iron on so we could get that going. So I am going to, let's work on interfacing the pieces first. I'll put this down here. And we'll do our interfacing. Did I use all my interfacing? I think I did. I might have to pull down some interfacing. Nope. Maybe we're not doing interfacing. Maybe we'll do it without. So I don't have to pull out. Let me just check one more thing. Nope. Okay. We skipping the interfacing for today because I thought I had pulled it, but I did not. Nope. Okay. Well, let me just tell you First of all, let me show you a picture of the tunic, or at least the main part of the tunic. Very cute. Here is what it looks like right here. So Nikki's wearing it with a pair of jeans, which I'll probably either wear it with leggings or a jean. But it's a gathered tunic. It has the gathering right here. There is a zipper in the back. Yeah. This is gonna, Nikki's much taller than I am, so it's likely going to be come down much further on me because I'm only 5'2", and I think I don't know how tall Nikki is, but she's taller than 5'2". That I know for sure. So yeah. Hey Dee. Thank you for joining. Happy Friday. All right, so let's go to our first step. So technically the first step would be that you would put interfacing on your front and back fabric pieces. I'm not going to do that. I may end up putting some on later, but for now we're not going to do it. I'll see how stiff it is. I'll do an understitching and stuff, and worst case scenario, if I need to take it out, I will, and put the facing. But you should technically put some facing on, especially if you don't. This has some structure to it, but it is stretch, as you can see. It's a two-way stretch. It only stretches this way. So after you interface your front and back facing, again, the back is two pieces, the front is one piece, and that's because you have the zipper in the back. Then the next thing that you're going to do is you are going to pin the back right sides together. So here is our tunic back piece. So this is the piece right here. And here are my two back pieces. So I'm going to move this over to the side. And there is a part on here where it says zipper stop. So that is where you're going to do your permanent stitch from that part down. That part going up, that part is where the zipper will be. So you just want to make sure that you do a marking there. Let's get social. Come roll with me. Again, the zipper, I'm putting in a 24-inch zipper. Because I like to be able to step into my clothes. So that helps me to be able to do that. So I'm going to do a base stitch for the first 22 inches. And then I would do a regular stitch all the way down. 9, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So I'm just pinning my back pieces together, right sides facing. Have y'all ever used these pins? They kind of like flexible. pins a little bit. I actually like them. I bought some, and I don't know what I did with them, but I had this one, and I was like, oh, I really like it. I got them from Joann's, and I just never used them. And then I used them one time, and I don't know what I did with them. But they're like a little flexible, and they're long. Is anybody sewing the tunic? Oh, anybody sewing the tunic? Okay, D. All right. I put some leggings on so it'll be easy for me to try this on. You said this is your first time seeing flexi pen. Yeah, I really like them. I'm like, what did I do? I bought a whole pack of them and I used them once. But then this one that I have left, I stuck it in my thing and I was like, oh, I remember that. And I started using it. I was like, oh, I really like these because it makes it easy to pin stuff together. Hey, Monica. You said you plan on doing it this month. Okay. I think you're going to really like it. This is my first time making it, but Carmen said she has made it before and that it is pretty easy. She says that she recommends a size up. So that's why I did, even though I'm using stretch fabric, it's only a two-way stretch. That's why I did an extra large because I do want to have the ability to be able to wear it over jeans. And I don't want it to be so tight around my jeans when I do wear it with jeans. Leggings is one thing because they're flat. But the way Nikki styled it is with some kind of like, looks like baggy, or what do they call them? Boy jeans. I forget the name of those jeans, like the boy cut jeans. And it looks really cute. All right, I have pinned everything. And now I'm going to do a permanent stitch all the way until I get to my notch, which is going to be right here on my marking. And then I'm going to do a basting stitch. And that's where we're going to put the zipper. Hi, Miss Alethea. How are you? My goodness. Yes, but better late than never. Better late than never. Oh, let me see. I'm glad that you're here. How have you been? So we're going to do 5/8 of an inch seam allowance. That's our normal seam allowance that we typically do, and that's what the pattern calls for. Okay. Yeah, I think you definitely will. You'll see. I'm doing the extra large. So, I haven't measured my waist in a while. I'm in flux right now. 31 and a half, maybe 32 to be on the safe side. So we'll see what that does for an extra large. It's probably going to be a little bit too big, but I think it'll be fine for the fit that I want. And my hips are always a little bit, I think, 40, let's say 42, 41 and 3/4, 42, almost the same. So you know mine, and then you'll see how it fits. If it's way too big, we'll find out in a minute, or less than a minute. I was typically going to cut a large, but since Carmen had recommended the size up, that's why I went with the extra large. It doesn't feel overly big, you know, in terms of what I cut, so I'm not nervous that it's going to be too big. I might even go try it on with some jeans, since I know that that's what I'm going to wear it with. Well, I'm wearing it with leggings too. Good, good. I'm so glad you're doing good. Valentine's Day is tomorrow. Anybody have anything planned? Or know if somebody's planning anything for them? All right, now we're going to go into the basting stitch. So I'm going to 5. I think this is going to be a pretty straightforward sew. So this is the back. Just you can't really tell, but all right, I'm going to press open just a little bit my seam before I put my zipper on. I'm going to use zipper tape. This is my first time seeing. Oh, okay. I love Valentine's Day. It's one of my favorite holidays. That was my anniversary for 14 years, 17 years. Yeah, it's terrible. I'm not married anymore, so I don't have to remember. Ah! Okay. And here's my zipper tape. So I'm using the zipper tape because I feel like it's so much easier to sew it on, especially with something that is straightforward like this. Because you could literally just put the tape on. And then the tape sticks so well that the only downside is if you don't get it right and you have to take it all off after you stitch it. It could be a little tricky, but it is manageable. I've done it. It's not my favorite thing to do, but I have definitely done it. Anybody else use zipper tape to put in zippers? Or you do it the what I call the old-fashioned way, which nothing wrong with that. I just the way I label it. I call it the old-fashioned way because it's the way that I learned first before I learned to use zipper tape. A lot of times I don't even do a basting stitch when I use zipper tape. Oh, goodness. Yeah, everybody is sick. I'm telling you, everybody. I had my fair share. And I don't wish it on anybody. Well, I had the flu, so. But I know a lot of people have a cold, and they don't have the flu. All right, so I've basically put this the tape down, and now I'm pulling off the little backing, and then I am going to face down, apply the actual zipper. And I'm going to stitch it down. Let's see, I still do the old fashioned way. I use it when I sew bags mostly. Okay. Yeah, I think that's where I'm trying to think of who told me about zipper tape. I feel like it was one of the bag girlies that told me about it. But once I started using it, I was like, once you go that way, you don't go back. I love the zipper tape. It's like the best thing. And it made me less kind of afraid of zippers, to be honest with you. I've done some of my truly invisible zippers. My best zippers have been installed with zipper tape. My very best ones. So this is what I like about it, because if you go over your little fold line, you could just go back and move it back. Like I could see I did. So I'm just realigning it to make sure when I sew it down that I don't sew it over the fold. All right, there we go. All right, and now I've got my seam allowance. This is what you see, this little part right here, and I'm just sewing my zipper down to the seam allowance. And I'm actually, instead of using a zipper foot, I'm using my edge foot and putting the edge piece right in the crease. Which also works really well for me, and it saves me time because I don't have to switch out my foots, which I used to do. And sometimes I guess I could still do, but I haven't done it in a while. Here we go. All right, I think we are good to go. I got my I'm just peeling this back. Hi, Gay Now. How are you? So we are, for those that are just joining, we are working on the Gathered Tunic by Nikki from Beaute J'Adore. And we have sewn the two back pieces together, and we are now putting in the zipper. Just started that process. Oh man, you know what? I forgot to put it back on 2.5, so I just basically did a basting stitch. Which is fine. It's not the end of the world. I will just have to stitch it again. So now I'm going to just zipping this back up. And I'm going to remove the other sticky piece. Thank you, Dee. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And again, I'm just making sure that My zipper is all the way over, so when I sew it down, I'm not going to be sewing it all the way down on the other side of the seam. All right, I think I have it all. I think I have it down. And now I'm just going to take out this basting stitch. And then I'm going to sew the other side down. I'm doing pretty good, Gay. Now I cannot complain. I haven't been sick in a few weeks, which y'all know that's my struggle. And I have not traveled this past week. I've been busy, but you know that's life. So I've been good. I have no complaints. Got reservations coming up for one of my favorite restaurants that I love to eat at, so I'm happy about that. And I think that is, let me see, where is this right here? Okay, got a little bit more to take out. Yeah, 24 inches, you are definitely going to be stepping into this if you use a 24-inch zipper, which again is my favorite thing. I love to be able to just step into my clothes. Ow. Okay, a little bit more. And then we will be ready to stitch the other side. Well, actually, we're going to have to stitch both sides because I accidentally stitched the first side in with a basting stitch. So I have to go back and restitch it again. Not a big deal, but something that I will have to do. But it shouldn't take too long. All right, I think that's good. All right. And now I'm going to just unzipping it, and I'm going to stitch both of these sides in. Is that it? Let me do a little bit more. think we have now made it. Yep, there we go. All right. And I'm just going to open up my zipper teeth. Is this my side? Okay, this is the other side. Open up my zipper teeth. And now we're going to get started. Okay, so we're going to do some trivia today. Once I finish, I want to get through half. And we're going to do some trivia. And we're going to do I'm going to tell you what the prizes are going to be. I'm trying, the part that I struggle with is like, I guess the first person to put the answer, maybe that's what it'll be. Yeah, I think that's what. All right, okay, I've sewn in the first part, and I'm just going to do a nice little back stitch. Okay. Let's do a zip. Make sure it's working for us the way we like. So you can't really tell yet, but it's one side is in, and I haven't sewn on the other side. This side, as you can see, that's pulling is still got the tape on, so we got to still do that side. But one side is in. I'm going to do the other side. All right, now we're going to do the side that I did the basting stitch, which was not great. And I stuck myself, and that was not great. All right, here we go. My poor little thumb is bleeding. Oh, I was like, what? Who was going to tell me I did not? Hi, Lynette. This is a two-way stretch denim. It's a pretty lightweight denim. I have all this denim that I bought, all these yards. So I've been using a lot lately, last year. And because I like denim, first of all. So there's nothing that doesn't look good in denim to me. And so I'm like, why not? All right, so we have now put the zipper in. Let's just make sure that it zips the way we want it. That's pretty good, don't you think? I think it is. I think it's pretty good. All right, and then I just have to take out these little extra threads from the basting stitch. But yeah, it's in pretty good. It's a little gap, but barely, with me stretching it all the way. And I don't think it's going to stretch that much. Okay, so we have put our zipper in the back. Let me tell you what is next. So we're facing on the front and neck back, front neck facing, I'm sorry, interface the front and back neck facing. And then we pin the back right sides facing each other. We stitch them and then we put the zipper in. And so with right sides together, we are going to pin the shoulders and the sides together. It says make note of the stop on the left side stitch to the stop, press seams open. Okay, so that's probably where we're going to put the gather part, and that's also probably where the opening. So let me just make a mark for that. So this is the front. You cut it on a fold, which I did. And there is like a little notch right there. And that's where it's going to stop at. So I'm just going to make a marking for that. All right. And I think that's the only marking I need to carry over. So now I'm going to open this up. And we're going to pin, actually I'm going to open this one up first. Right side. And then we're going to pin these shoulders. And once we do this, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to have 3 prizes. I need to write this down so I can remember what I'm doing. We're going to do some Black History trivia, and we're going to have 3 prizes. The first, not first place, second place, just 3 prizes. And I think the best way to do it is because everybody can Google. So I think maybe the best way to do it is instead of doing the first person, because then that means these are hard to figure out. I struggle with this, and of course I didn't sort it out. So yeah, I think what I might do is everybody who gets, once I ask the question, everybody who gets it right within 60 seconds. So I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna count. Or no, let's do not 60 seconds. That's too long. Everybody that gets it right within 15 seconds. Yeah, let's make it a little bit. And then if nobody gets it right, we'll extend it by like another 5 seconds. Then their name will go in a drawing. I'll draw their name using one of those kind of digital things. I'll videotape it. And then you'll get, you know, whoever wins will get the prize. And so we'll do, because this is Black History Month, I feel like we have to, you know, support we have to support our, you know, our people. So we're going to say each one of the prizes will be, well, one of the prizes will be, I'll purchase one of these patterns, and then I'll plus $20 towards fabric. That'll be one prize. The second prize will be I'll purchase one of Nikki's patterns, because those are the two designers that I chose. And then, and I'll say what the prizes. And then, and we'll say the pattern, I don't know how much their patterns are. So we'll say I'll purchase one of their patterns up to, you know, $25 or less, because I don't know how much all their patterns are. And then I'll put $20 towards fabric, because fabric can cost a lot. So you get a pattern of these plus $20 towards a pattern up to $25 plus $20. Let's just do 25, 25. That makes it even. Then I don't have to try to remember. So $25 towards fabric. I'll just send you $25 electronically. Everybody got electronic way. And then a pattern of D's. I'll send D the money for whoever it is, and then she'll send you the pattern. And then a pattern for Nikki, and then up to $25, and then $25 towards fabric. And then the third will be a Black pattern designer of your choice, a pattern from them up to $25 plus $25 towards fabric. So those are the three prizes. Those are the three prizes. And there's going to be, so we'll do 3 fashion Black History Month, but it'll be fashion related. And once I ask the question, I'm going to have the timer ready. So be ready. Get your little Chat GPT's Google stuff out, unless you just know it. Everybody who isn't it exciting? Look, I thought a little bit about it. What I didn't think about was how I was going to pick the winner. So once I ask the question, everybody, you have 15 seconds to drop your answer. If nobody puts it within 15 seconds, then I'll add another 5 seconds. I'll add 5 seconds until whoever puts it in, the first one that puts it in, then they get it. And then I will take all the names that win if it's like multiple people, and I'll do like a, you know, one of those little circle things that picks the winner. And then I'll let you know who you are, and you can send me your, you know, Cash App, Venmo, whatever you use. And depending on which one you did, then I'll either send the designer the money, and they'll, you know, reach out to you about how to pick your pattern. Or if it's a designer of your choice, you'll just let me know, and I will send them the money or buy a gift card or something like that. We'll figure it out. We always do. Okay, so let me sew this one, and then we will do, I got to look and see which question I want to do, since we only doing 3 questions. Okay, so I'm sewing the shoulders together is what I'm doing right now. 5/8 of an inch seam allowance. I gotta find my app that picks the winners. I got one of these apps on here. I found them. I might just have to download a new one because all right, let's see. Okay, I'm looking at these are hard. I need something easy. I'm like, I don't even know the answers to these. Okay, let me see. I'll tell you these ones that I have. These are hard. I don't know the answer to any of these. Maybe I'll do a bonus one if somebody knows the answer to this, like right off the bat. Okay. All right. I put the question to make it easy. Oh, these are better. Okay. Yes. Okay. So they just basically took the same questions and made them easier. Oh, okay. I like these questions. Okay. All right. Oh, you're very welcome. This is an exciting time. We have to celebrate each other, and I'm always excited to celebrate our people. They're doing their thing. Okay, so here's the first question. And hold on, before I ask you, let me get a timer. Okay, I got a timer. Okay, I got a timer. And let me see. Timer. Okay. 15 seconds. Woo! That's a little bit of time, but it's a lot. Okay. We'll see. Let's see how the first question goes. We get a lot of people, then 15 seconds is going to be too much. Okay. So everybody ready? Are you ready? Okay. I'm gonna turn this thing. Can y'all see that? Let me see if y'all can see this timer. It's not big. Okay. Can y'all see that? Y'all can see that. Okay. Let's see if you could hear it when it goes off. Oh, that's not loud. Let's make it that loud one. Where is the radar, whatever it's called? Okay, we're gonna do that one. Set. Okay. All right. So y'all be able to hear that. Oh, you said it's loud. Okay. Well, this one's gonna be really loud. Okay. So here's the question. What Black designer created the wedding dress worn by Jacqueline Kennedy in 1953? Okay, nobody. We're going to add 5 more seconds on. Okay, we got one person. We got one person. All right. Okay, Mr. Leafy. Oh, Lord. Let's stop that. All right, let me show this sew this other shoulder seam, and then I'm gonna ask another question. All right, I'm gonna sew another one. That question is wrapped up. If everybody that put it down, and then we're gonna ask the next question. And oh, you know what? I didn't tell you what that one was for. So that one was for, we'll do that one for, since I didn't tell you, we'll do that one for, you get to pick your fabric designer. And and then the next one we'll do D's pattern, any pattern up to $25 and $25 for fabric. All right, so let me sew this other shoulder seam, 5/8 of an inch seam allowance. And then we're gonna do the next question. I hope it's no delay. I'm wondering if it's a delay. We might do it again next week too. Because why not? Might do something different, but yeah, we might do. I love trivia. I love this kind of stuff. Okay. So we got both of the shoulders done. Ah! Take out the pins. You get stuck. And let me see. Okay, and it's telling me to do the sides too. So I'm going to pin the sides, and then we're going to do the next trivia question. There we go. That was fun. Oh, I didn't see that, D. Thank you. Look at that. So D is joining in. She says she's not going to charge me for the pattern. I love that. Well, I'm trying to figure out. So we might have to do a bonus. We got to figure out something. Well, we're going to do something next week too. I sure didn't see it. Thank you, D, for saying it again. Okay. This next question, maybe we would do, let me see, what's that? 50, 50, 50. So that's 150. Okay. Up to 150. Okay. So maybe we'll do 4. Let's see. I love trivia. I don't know why, because I'm not good at it myself. All right, let me pin the other side, and then we're going to ask the question. Second question, and then I'm going to sew these sides. And then we'll ask the last question. I love that. Thank you. You say it can't think fast. Look, I'm not good at trivia at all. I like it, but I'm not good at it. Especially like the first set of questions, I'm gonna read them to y'all after we get all the winners. I was like, oh, who can answer these? I'm like, they was hard. I mean, and literally they're almost the same questions. They just was worded very complicated. I'm like, who's thinking like that? Not my brain. Not on a Friday at 8:50. No. You're doing too much. Doing way too much. Okay. Let me hurry up so we can get to the next question. Do y'all think 15 seconds is too little bit of time? I thought people was going to be like, it probably took you 15. So maybe let's do 20 seconds. Because it probably took you 15 seconds to type it in. Because I know for me, I wasn't going, I ain't know none of these questions. Even the easier ones I'm asking you, I don't know the answer. Because I don't know. Ask me about politics, I could tell you that, but you said no, 2 people answered fast. They did answer fast. All right. Okay. So we're going to keep it at 15 seconds because this one might be a little bit easier. Ah, okay. All right. Okay. Let's get the timer. We got it on. We're doing fit. Oh, you said do 20 seconds. Okay, we'll do 20 seconds. Why not? 20 seconds. All right. So for the record, this one is for pattern for D. The first one, whoever wins the first one, is any black pattern designer pattern up to $25, and then $25 also for fabric. This one is any pattern by D up to $25 and $25 towards fabric. That is what this for. 20 seconds is what you're getting. Okay, so I feel like everybody's gonna know this, but it's Black History Month, so come on. Okay. Which traditional African fabric is known for its bright colors and bold geometric patterns and is widely used in fashion today? I'm going to say it again. Which traditional African fabric is known for its bright colors and bold geometric patterns and is widely used in fashion today? All right, it's closed. We have, you guys are so good. You're good. Okay, we got one more. Let me see. It's close. Let me see. Okay, let me see. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm just looking back to see who all answered the first one. So the first one, I'm looking at it. Lynette won the first one. Miss Alethea, you were close. You were really close. But Lynette got the first one. And hi, Karen. And the second one is also Lynette. It is Kente. Kente fabric. I didn't know that. I would have put Ankara too, because that's what I know. But it's Kente. That is the How did you know that, Lynette? Oh my goodness. Okay, we're gonna do two more. We're gonna do two more. Lynette might win them both, but we're gonna do two more. So Lynette won the first two. And we're gonna do, instead of just doing one more, we're gonna do two more. Fashion related, fashion, sewing, pattern, fabric, all those kinds of things. All the things that we do. So two more we're gonna do. All right, let me sew this side. So I'm doing the side. On the left side, I'm going to stop. I know. Oh, you said it was the first thing that came to your mind. You said, can I contribute a bonus question? You sure can. How will you contribute it? Talk to me. I love a bonus question. Okay, please, oh dear. I'll just take one prize. You won both of them. Well, you can gift it away if you want. So, but you won them fair and square. What is this thing doing? I don't know what's going on with my sewing machine. It's doing something. Yeah, you know what I think why Kente because it's the geometric shapes. It's the, you know, bright colors, which I guess Ankara is not always bright colors, but Kente cloth. But we always hear about Ankara. I know I haven't, you know what's crazy? I mean, if we were back in the 80s, we know like Kente was like very common, but we don't really talk about it. I haven't really heard it I haven't heard that word in a long time. But like back in the 80s, we would have all, even if you weren't a sewist or you weren't into like fashion, everybody knows what Kente cloth is. You know that kind of. But now it's like, because all we do is talk about Ankara, that's what first thing that comes to mind. That's why when I read it, I was like, oh, okay. I wouldn't have gotten it. I'm just going to put that out there. I would not have gotten it. Okay, let's see. So Diary says, okay, okay, so let me sew I'm going to sew this one side, and then Diary has a bonus trivia question. Now, I hope you know, you're going to have to know the answer because I'm not going to know. Right, they say traditional, right. But back in the 80s, I mean, I was much younger. You kind of heard that word more, I think. But it's like, it's not a modern day, like we say Ankara now for the most part. And even if it is like a Kente cloth, we say Ankara. I think. I could be wrong. Okay, 5/8 of an inch. We are sewing up the right side. So we're going to go all the way up. And then on the left side, we're going to stop at the mark. And then as soon as I finish this side, then Diary, you can, I'll let you know, and you can ask your question. Am I going to do it timed and all that? You said you got to know to answer your own question. No, look, I'm terrible. I say if you ever get on a game show, don't call me unless it's about politics. Then I can help you. But if it ain't about politics or current events, or maybe, yeah, that's it. I'm saying don't waste your time on me because I will not be able to help you. I always say, like, you know, my boyfriend is so super smart. He knows a lot about a lot. Like, I'm not that person. I do not know a lot about a lot. I know a lot about a little. But he knows, I could ask him literally like, he probably would have got that answer. That particular question, he would have probably got that. Well, one, he's Nigerian, so he would have got it. But yeah, I'm not the person. Don't phone me. Don't phone my number. I'm telling you, you're not gonna get the answer from me. I'm the wrong one. But you would think, as much as I love trivia, that I would be good at it. I am not. What's the game where you got like, I'll take 100, Pat, I'll take 200 for this? Like, yeah, that's my worst game. That is my worst game. I'm not. All right, I'm gonna do my quick little pivot and try not to burn my hand off. And then I think we're going to be ready. Am I timing it? Am I doing the timer 15 seconds? Let's make sure we got it all so people know exactly what we're doing. Hold on. Okay, we got one side. One side done. Now we're going to do this side. Oh, yeah, actually, I pinned up the wrong part. We only sewing this top part. So I got to stop there. Okay. Okay, please time it, but I think folks will get it quickly. Okay. All right, let me get the timer. Okay, hold on. Let me put the timer on. And we're going to do 20 seconds. And all right, Diary. So let me just say before you put the question. So Diary wants to do a bonus question. She got her question. There we go. It's in the chat. And I'm starting the timer now. This time goes by quick. What is the name of the Black designer who pioneered street culture, street couture? Extra credit. Ooh. All right, you got 5 seconds to drop it. Extra credit is who is the name of his sister who notably dated Robert De Niro? I think that was one. Five, four, three. Oh, you got it. 2, 1. Okay, go ahead. Miss Alethea. Miss Alethea has one. It is Willie Smith. And I have one question for Willie Smith, too. It says, this was a hard one. Why was Willie Smith decades ahead of his time in making fashion accessible, inclusive, and culturally relevant? And why is that still rare today? I don't know the answer to that, but probably it's the same because he's the Black designer that pioneered street couture, which, again, we all love. All right, I'm going to sew up this other side. That was a great question. Look, I've never even heard of Willie Smith. Should I be embarrassed to say that? Ooh. All right, I'm sewing up the other side from the sleeve down to the opening. You said I'm a native New Yorker and used to hang out at Tukey's restaurant back in the day. He blended high fashion with streetwear. Okay, look at y'all. Y'all are like super smart when it comes to this Black fashion history. Because let me tell you something. I would not be winning anything. But I love that y'all know it because that makes us even better, even more fun that y'all are figuring it out, that some of you know it right off the top. All right. Now we have sewn both sides. Again, the left side is staying open. So I'm going to take all these pens that I just spent penning it up. Can't talk and chew gum at the same time. Okay. You said I remember one of those shopping channels used to sell his clothes, and then I saw his clothes at TJ Maxx. Look, I love that for him and for us, right? Okay. So here is the third question. This is the prize for this question. And Diary, let me know if there is a prize for your question or it's just a bonus question. Either is okay. We enjoyed it just the same. Okay, so question number 3 is for $25 towards a pattern for any pattern of Nikki from Beaute J'Adore, up to $25, and then $25 that you can get to spend on fabric or whatever you want. I'm just going to send you $25 for that. Okay, so let's see. Okay. What sewing skill, long practiced by Black women during slavery and Reconstruction, was used to make quilts that told stories or signaled safe paths? I'm counting down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Burr, burr, burr. That's my alarm clock. Any other takers? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, it is closed. It is closed. Okay. It is. Oh, look, we got 2 people. Is there? I wonder if there's a delay. Okay, we're going to do another question. The right answer is quilting, but everybody was not correct or late. But the right answer was quilting. That told stories or signaled safe paths. Y'all know what that means. How to get out of slavery. Okay. All right, let's do another one since we didn't have any winner for that particular one. I got one, but I'm just going to ask for it because we're going to do one more after this one since nobody won. Oh my goodness, I can't type. Okay, so here is another one. You say you think there is a delay. It might be a delay. Okay. I know. When I was reading it, I was like, oh, they use quilting in the question. But they use quilts in the question. And then the answer is quilting. That's why I kind of hesitated a little bit. I was like, I would have done the same thing. Because I was like, why would you say? I definitely would have thought that. Hi, Lita. And somebody else joined. Let's see. Armina, welcome. Monica, that was very close. Very close. Okay. This one I think a lot of people will get, but there is one person that I'm confident probably will get this one. So this is number 3 again. The prize is $25 patterns for Nikki from Beaute J'Adore. Any pattern that you want, up to $25, and then $25 towards fabric accessories, whatever you decide. Okay. Let me get the clock ready because I wasn't even ready last time. Okay. Okay, here we go. Which Black fashion designer was famous for sewing luxury logos into custom streetwear in the 1980s Harlem? Clock is going. I know a lot of y'all probably know this. Oh, Armina said quilting. Okay. I'll go back and look at it. Yep. Okay, here we go. All right. It's closed. And we have a tie for the winner. It's going to be Armina and Monica. The correct answer is Dapper Dan. So I'm going to put your name in one of those automatic picker things. And one of you will win. That's the only one that I knew. I'm going to be honest with you. That's the only one I knew. The rest of them, I didn't know. I never heard of it. But I'm learning. Okay. And so Miss Alethea said that, Armina, that you said quilting. So I think you said it after it was closed, but maybe not. Okay, it says 9:07. You all said it at 9:07, so it's the same time. So if that's the case, then you absolutely won that one. All right, I gotta write this down so I can make sure y'all get your stuff. That's important. And I know how much money I've spent. Okay. So let's see. You said you haven't heard that name in a long time. Okay. Me neither. But I did know. You know what? There was something on TV. Okay, so Lynette, you got ×2. Any designer and D. And then Armina, you got Nikki from Beaute J'Adore. And so I guess we're doing 2 for Nikki. Who won? Oh, then I gotta see who won between Armina and. Okay, D, I will send you a message. Yeah, I saw him recently on something. Armina and who else was that? Monica. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we got 4. We got 4 here. She made it before the buzzer. Okay. Yeah, there was probably a delay on my end. Okay. Thank you for that. There's probably, I'm sure there's a delay because when I look at the time, I can see that they all came through, but I only saw Monica's, and I didn't see Armina and Lynette. You said quilting quilt, so we'll do. Well, Lynette, you got 2. You got 2 already, so we'll do. Even though both of y'all got the answer right, and then Armina and Monica. Right after we finish, I'm going to see who won between y'all. Me. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, okay. And Miss Alethea. She won the bonus round, so we'll figure that out. Okay, I wrote it down. I'll make sure y'all get everything. All right. So we're going to wrap this up because we literally are almost done. We got to put our facing on, which goes at the top. This was fun. Thank you, Carmen. You said, let me help you out with these processes. I know, look at that. This was fun. Y'all so smart. Y'all know all the things. Or some people say y'all know how to, y'all quick with the ChatGPT, but I think some of y'all knew it right off the top of your head. I only knew one. I know, fun and games, right? I love it. I love it. I love it. That was fun. I love that. Okay, so we might do something next week too. Can I give Miss Alethea one of yours? I will do that. I will do that. You tell me which one. And she will get one. You have 2. You have any black designer and you have D. So whichever one, you let me know. And that is the one. Okay, so now that we've done that, we are going to, so the next thing we're going to do is we are going to take our slit. Remember, one side is open. Fold open the slit under 1/2 inch and stitch using an invisible stitch. We're about to fold this slit back. You say you can't stand it sometimes. Well, you did good. I know. I said any black designer. I picked 2. So one is any pattern by D, any pattern by Nikki, and then I did any black designer. Like, that's not those 2. I mean, it could be those 2, but it could be anybody. You might have somebody else that you want. Yeah, you might have somebody that you want that's not Nikki or D. And D donated hers, so I don't have to pay her. She said just let her know and she will give that person. So that was awesome. Yeah, look at that. I love that. That was so much fun. I was sitting here thinking, how am I going to figure out who the winner is? But I think we did pretty good. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I am folding. So this is where the slit is. I'm folding the slit under. I'm pressing it, and then I'm going to sew it. Because why not? It's only an hour and 30 minutes. And we'll be done if I don't do this part. You said I am so competitive, and which is terrible when I'm not good at trivia. But I love trivia. I'm just not good at it, unfortunately. I am just not good at it. Oh well, it would help to turn up the dang on heat. I had on the lowest setting. Yeah, that was so fun. You know what I always worry about, like that our young people will not know our history. And as much as I don't know a lot about Black fashion history, but I'm learning. If I do this every year, I will learn more and more. I think last year we did hip hop. I feel like that's what we did last year. But this was so much fun. I think Lynette, I think you were the one that suggested, either you or Monica, let's do fashion, you know. And that was so much fun. This iron is the bomb.com. It is just so I'm just doing a double fold, and then I'm going to put a stitch in. It's just with very little effort, just pressing it down so quickly. Love it. I'm so sore. I've been doing my little workout thing, and my back and arms is sore. As I'm moving back and forth, I'm like, oh, I need to drink more water. All right, so I've double folded the one side. I'm going to double fold quickly the other side so that I can just sew. And we only have to do this on the side that is going to be out. And if you use a fabric that is, doesn't fray, then you probably don't have to take these extra steps. But because I didn't serge this denim, and it will fray when I wash it, and I wear my stuff, so it's going to get washed. Cool. Okay, slide this down. Oh, okay, that's done. Oops. Gotta fix that. That got messed up. All right, last little bit. I need to iron, and then we're gonna get this to the sewing machine. Get this prep and get this stitched. Woo. Okay, there we go. All right, so now that we have, I think it was Monica. Yeah, I couldn't remember. I knew it was either you or Monica that had suggested it, but it was a great idea. I'm so glad that you did suggest it, or that she suggested it, because it was fun. It was better than what, doing just regular trivia. This is something that we all are likely to know, or at least be learning about if we don't know, like me. All right, now I am doing my stitch. So I did a double fold, and this is for the slit that is staying open. Good night, Miss Alethea. I will be in touch. I'll be in your inbox. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. Appreciate you stopping through. Okay. Oops. All right, one side done. And now I'm going to do the other side. Same thing. Oops, make sure I don't push straight. Okay, here we go. This is a very straightforward pattern. Quick sew. I'm literally going to do everything except for hem the bottom on live. So, which will only take me a little short period of time. So for those that are just joining, we are literally sewing the slit. Back stitch. There we go. That is done. Slit is done. Can't really really see it, but that is the slit. Okay, now next step is, okay, there we go. So let's see, we did that, we did that. So now we're going to do the facing around the neck. So we have our two facing pieces, which mine fell on the floor, but I got them right here. So we have, this is our front facing, and these are back. Before I sew them all together, I am going to make sure that they will line up the way that I expect them to. So I'm going to open up the zipper, just in case I need to do any kind of cutting or anything like that. I'm just going to make sure. Yeah, see, it's a little bit too big. And I had a feeling, because when I was when I was sewing it, the pattern pieces didn't quite line up exactly. So I don't know if it's the way I printed it or what, but I had a feeling. I was like, this is probably not going to be 100% of a match. So I am just going to just going to mark this, because I'm going to cut this piece off. And I'm taking it all the way to the seams, so just so you know, as I'm adjusting this. Yep, this is about how much I basically just, I think when I was sewing it, when I was taping it together, I think it just is at the bottom of the page. I think just a little bit at a time, it got wider and wider. All right, and then let me just do the same thing on this side. Okay, everybody's back. Okay, let's see. All right, this one is fine. And the other one is probably fine too. So it's just that middle one. Yep. That one is perfect. Okay, so just the middle one. Now, what I'm going to basically do is we're doing right sides together, and we are sewing these sides together. And again, the directions tell you to put interfacing on these. That would be the best thing to do. This denim has some structure to it, so it's not the end of the world. 5/8 seam allowance, 5/8 of an inch seam allowance is what we're doing. So again, right sides together. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. and 5/8 of an inch seam allowance. And I'm gonna line these up because this is a little off for whatever reason. Again, maybe because my, pardon me, this. Everybody's calling me. My daughter just called me. I'm like, everybody knows I sew on Fridays, but people just like, oh, they don't talk to me. Okay, here we go. Let's see. So again, we're going to do the same thing for this. We are doing right sides together. So I am going to, I'm lining my seams up. I know. So you know what, Armina? I usually have my do not disturb on, but sometimes I forget to put it on, and it's the one time that I forget that I get a call for whatever reason. So my daughter just called me, and now I said, just text me. I'll be done soon because we are very. I feel like this might be. Oh no, this is not our last step. We got one more after this. We got to do our gathering piece, and that is not going to take long at all. I don't know why this is. Did I put this on? I think I did. So this one, so it just matched up, and now it's not. Yeah, I think I put this on wrong. It happens. Y'all know me. Oh, here it is. It's like, where's my... So we have 2 steps. We just have to do the neck facing, and then we're doing the gathering piece, which is right above our split. And then we'll be done. And then the only other thing that I will do is hem the arms, the sleeves, and hem the bottom of the dress, which I won't do on live, but I'm going to try it on without those hems in place so you could get a feel for how it actually looks. In particular, the size, because again, I'm doing the extra large. If for some reason it does appear to be, you know, the fit is larger than I want, I will likely go in on the non-slit side and take my serger in, and or the seam in the back, but then I have to take the zipper out, which is not a huge deal. But the quickest path to adjustment would be going in on, depending on how much I need to take out, is going on the non slit side. And make, you know, serge it and take out an inch or two. All right. All right, let's try this again. What's that? All right, there we go. Let's do that. And it's even fitting better. So I think I definitely had it on wrong. Hey, Julian. How are you? How have you been? Really? That's what we're doing? Now my sewing machine is acting a fool. All right, that side got sewed, but let's make sure we don't have anything caught up in here. All right, let's try this again. All right, there we go. So depending on how this looks, I might be wearing this weekend. We'll see. All right, there we go. Yeah, this definitely is fitting better. I definitely had it on wrong. Okay, now that I've gotten it right, we are now going to line up our seams on each side. Oh yeah, this is, I could tell already this was better. Lining up these seams, and then we're going to do a stitch all the way around. Oh yeah, look at that. Perfect. Right, for Valentine, right? So I got to pack, a little Valentine weekend pack, and I don't know if it's going to happen, but tomorrow, supposed to go bowling tomorrow. and then to my restaurant on Sunday, and then potentially a show Sunday night. So this would be perfect for bowling, I think. It's nice and, casual, but not too casual. I might even, depending on how I fit, I'd wear it with some cargo pants and some heels, but obviously not for bowling. I'll take the heels off for the bowling part. But it'll match up for, because I'm sure we're going to get something to eat tomorrow night too. Because what's a Valentine's Day without a dinner? Okay, so I sewed it together the wrong way, but we have redeemed ourselves and fixed the facing. Now I'm just pinning it all the way around, and we're going to do a stitch. Remember, we have to fold out our zipper so that the edge lines up with the edge of the facing, because that's going to help enclose it. And I'll show you exactly how I'm sewing that. Oh yeah, this is way lined up. Okay, so here we go. Right side's facing. The facing is pinned all the way around. And so I'm going to stitch along the side. I folded out the zipper. So I matched up the edge of the main fabric with the zipper with the edge of the facing. I'm going to go straight up, and then I'm going to go all the way around to the other side. And I did the same thing on the other side, folded out the zipper, and I'm going to sew straight down. So that's what we're going to do right now. And I'm getting close to the zipper without sewing over the zipper. And pivoting. And I'm also going to do an understitch. I won't do it now. I'll just press it now, but I will do it because it'll help the facing lay down. I recommend it to have that finished look that everyone would like to have around the neck. And then also just making sure that your seam allowances are laid flat and open so you don't get bulk. So I'm just doing that as well. And it's laying nice and flat. Oh, hey! Hey, daughter. So glad you got on. Make sure you like. All right, again, I'm to the other side. I'm opening up my seam allowances again. And we down to the last little piece on the other side. And Now I'm just pivoting and I'm gonna go straight down. So that's my daughter. She's on, and she has a sewing machine too. She sews. What is happening? Why are you not moving? Okay, there we go. All right, don't play games now. All right, and make sure my iron is on. Where's my scissors? Oh, here we go. Yes, thank you, Annette. Thank y'all for liking the video. That really helps. So I am now going to just clip these corners. And I'm going to turn the facing inside out. But again, I'm going to press it for today. But I am going to do an understitch just because it's going to help this facing lay even flatter. But I'm going to press it for today so we can get a nice, good look out of it for the try on. Okay, let's see. We're going to cut this little corner too. And then we're going to press it for tonight. So I'll start with this one corner and then I'll press it all the way around just so y'all could get a feel for how it will look when it'll look better when it's understitched, but this iron does so good. It's going to give you a nice feel for how it's going to look. All right, there we go. Yep, I told him all about your sewing machine, but have you used your surgery yet? That's what I want to know. Yeah, this iron it's gonna make you feel like you don't need to understitch it, but trust me, once you put it in the wash machine, you're gonna wish you woulda. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Yeah, so I'm just pushing the facing under like it's gonna be once I understitch it real good. This is going to just give us a little bit of a feel. For how it's going to look. Yeah, definitely going to have to understitch because that I can see that facing will pop up. Even though this iron is going to get it right, once we put it in the wash machine, it's going to need that extra support to stay down. Then I'm just going to use this corner and press down this little piece right here. Did I get this piece? Okay. Yeah, this is gonna look so good, so nice and professional. Okay, look at that. See how I pressed it down? Once I have it understitched, it's gonna look even better, but that'll give you a good feel for how it's gonna be. Yeah, that's going to give you a nice, good feel. So it's not perfect, but again, once it's understitched, it will be. It will be. Okay, so the next step that we're going to do is put the gathering in, and that is going to be it. Then I'm going to try it on. Put the gathering in, and then we're going to try it on. Okay, so the gathering, that's going to give us this little part right here. And let me get to that part of the instructions. Here we go. So the gathering, it says, oh, I'm going to do, so the next step is actually to hem the sleeves, but I'm going to hem the sleeves, which is basically a fold under, the same thing how we did the same thing we did with the slit. We folded it and then we stitched it. I'm going to do that after. I'm going to press it and then stitch it, because that's what I would call a finishing touch, because I'm going to do it onto both the sleeves, and then I'm going to do it for the bottom as well. So the last thing that we have to do is this gathered part. And so it says, so before proper fit, try the tunic on and gather and cinch the fabric front and back directly above the slit. Gather until it fits perfect for you. And then it says, take it off. So they're basically saying, put it on, gather it where you want it to be, and then kind of hold it together and then stitch it in place. So it's not a, so let me just see. So this is an extra large, by the way. So it is going to be a little bit big, even with the gather, but let's see. So here's my part right here. So the way I'm gathering it, let me put this down so you can see what I'm actually doing. And this is what it looks like it's being done, is kind of like an accordion style gather, and then it's stitched. Oh, that's my shirt underneath, by the way. I'll take it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it. This is both sides gathered, and then I'm going to basically do like an accordion style. I'm going to fold, fold, and I guess I should do it with this being in the center. My fold being in the center. So fold, 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 fold. That's one. And then I got to do it on the other side. So this would be the gather. So it is big a little bit, because I would want my sleeves to be a little bit smaller, but maybe after oh, don't pay attention to my elbows. So I don't know if you can see that because I have on black leggings, but basically this would be the gather here. And so I have like I don't know if you can see, it's like a little fold, but basically what they're telling us is do a stitch in there that keeps this piece kind of gathered. And I'm going to show it to you. Mine's going to be a little bit thicker because I'm using denim, but it looks like she just gathers it and then does a stitch straight down. So I'm going to do it. So I need to keep it. Okay. And I need to find a way to keep this, to mark it. Let me see if I'm using this pen. Okay. So because I made this so big, this is an extra large, by the way, And it is very, instead of fitting, you know, fitted up here, it's a little bit looser. Now the arms will probably be okay. Oh, my elbows are really ashy. And then it does come all the way down, which I'm okay with. I'm 5'2". It comes down to my ankles. And it's not gonna, it's long enough where it won't drag on the floor, but I'll wear it with, so even if I had on flats, it would be fine. So let me show you what I plan to do. It would definitely be easier if you use, not that it's hard, it's not hard, but I'm using denim. So every fold is, you know, it's thicker than if you used a, so let me see, can I find, oh yeah, okay, good. I found my markings. Oh, great. So let's see. I am going to literally take it and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm doing. Now that I've marked it. So I put it on myself and I basically put a little pin marking in the front and the back to where it should be, where I should begin my gathering and end my gathering. The challenge is going to be, is it going to end up being too thick because I'm using denim? But you can use denim. So it should be okay. And this is a pretty thin denim. Okay, so I've done the front. Let me just show you what it looks like. So I'm going to do a stitch right here to keep all of that together. But before I do that stitch, and you have to do it above the slit. So here's the slit and I'm like right here. Here's where the slit ends, where my finger is, and my cinching is right above it. So I'm literally just doing like a little fold. And it's looking good so far. The question again is going to be, is it going to be too thick? That's what I'm a little bit nervous about. But we're going to find out in a minute. And it might not be this thick. Part of the thickness that I have is that I have a lot to gather because I did an extra large. I would definitely do a large if I, you know, made it again, because it would be an inch smaller, inch and a half smaller all the way around. Where's my other marking? Oh, here it is. Okay, so it got there quick. Okay, so here is my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now I got the back piece and the front piece that came out. Let me see if I put this. All right, there we go. I'm just trying to keep it. And now I'm going to do the front again. And again, all I'm doing is doing little teeny, like, folds that are like this width. So I have like 4 in the front and about 6 in the back. And actually, I'm going to do 4 in the front. All right, let me try this again. So I can make them maybe a little bit bigger. 1. So that way they won't be as thick. 2. 3. And 4. Okay. Okay, that's much better. Okay, I did them a little bit thicker, not as little as I did the first time. So now let me just do the back again. 1, 2, 3. So I'm doing 3 in the back, 4 in the front, and this looks so much better, okay, than what I did before. And it looks more manageable. So let me just show you this. This actually looks really good. And now let's just make sure. Okay, so here is my cinched area. And so what I'm going to do is I am going to do a stitch. So here's my fold. If you can see my folded pieces, this is how wide they are. It's probably like 1 inch wide. And this is what it looks like on the side. And it looks like, let me see. Base stitch the gather in place to hold, remove the tunic, and stitch the gather in place. Oh, okay, so it's saying do a base stitch on you, but I just did a marking. And so basically what it looks like on the picture is that she does a stitch like right into this fold. So I'm gonna do a stitch right down here. I might just manually do it first just to make sure it's not too thick for my sewing machine, but it should be okay. And I'm gonna do probably like 1 inch thick stitch. Hit inch wide. So here we go. Let me put my table up. Oh, she look, Lynette, she ain't say nothing about the surgery. She didn't dropped off. Didn't even answer the question about the surgery. She been in nursing school though, so she just finished, just graduated. So now she got plenty of time to pick back up sewing. Okay. So this should be, I think this should be okay. I don't think I have a problem with this. So I am going through all the layers, by the way. And I'm doing, oh yeah, it's going through, not a problem. Not a problem at all. So I'm doing about 1 inch. And then I'm gonna go back again. Just do a back stitch right over top of it. And with the edge foot, it's easy to do like a back stitch like right on top. So here's what it looks like. Here's what it looks like from the side. And here's what it looks like from the other side. Okay, so let's see. I should try to find some white leggings so you can actually see. Now, once you put that gather in place, you definitely do, excuse me, need to unzipping it to put it on. I can feel the difference with the gather in place for sure. But I can also tell, again, because I did an extra large, I should have done a large. I probably could have even got away with a medium because this is stretch fabric, particularly at the top. I probably can do like an off the shoulder because guess what? It's very large at the top. So that's not a bad thing. An unintended bonus. Yeah, so it's not too bad. It's not too, even though this is an extra large, by the way, and my measurements were 32 waist and 42 hip. But again, a lot of the waist I was able to kind of like just cinch it in. So, because again, I had 7 folds over here. So if you did a smaller size, you probably wouldn't have as many folds. I did not have a problem sewing it on the sewing machine. And because it is so big at the top, I'm able, it's just like automatically off the shoulder. I mean, I guess I could do it like this, but it's going off the shoulder naturally because it's, you know, it's too big. So, but it doesn't feel too big. It feels okay with the off the shoulder moment. Let me see if I can stand up here so y'all can see the bottom. I don't know if y'all can see that, but here is how it would fit with the leggings. I have on black leggings underneath, so I don't know if you can see that, but the split does come right here. So my gathering is right here, and my slit is like right underneath the gathering. I do feel like this is big enough that I could wear some jeans underneath of it. Again, I gathered it so that it fit perfectly my waist. So if I would have picked a smaller size, I would not have had to have this much of a gather, but I just gathered it all the way. This is how it looks in the back. And again, I will probably wear it off the shoulder just because it's naturally fitting that way, so I don't have to take it apart. But I like it. It's really cute. I like the slit. I think it definitely looks very cute. So this is the Gathered Tunic by Nikki from Beaute J'Adore. Very easy sew, I would say, for sure. Yeah, I like it. And if you did it in a another fabric that was like more softer, I think that it will probably give you a little bit of a different look, but I think that's totally an option. It has, let me see, did I print out the page where she put all of the fabrics? I did not. I did not print out that page, but there were several fabric options that you had. I did not print that page out, but you have some fabric options. But yeah, I like it. I definitely like it quite a bit, for sure. I might wear it tomorrow with some boots, heels. I could definitely see myself wearing it bowling. Yeah, I think it's good to go. I just got to hem the sleeves and hem the bottom. Take me a few seconds to do, a few minutes. But yeah, I really like it. I really, really like it. So let me tell you what's in store for next week. First of all, thank you, Armina. Thank you. Yeah, you said what a difference the gathering makes, right? Definitely, especially because, like I said, I did do it a little bit oversized. I'm not an extra large. I definitely could have got away with a large, and probably even a medium, to be honest with you, if you use the right fabric. Definitely. And when you look at Nikki's, hers is a little bit loose, not as loose as mine, but hers, she's got like a little bit of looseness right above. You look at her like picture, it's a little loose right above the gathered part, like mine. So yeah, definitely. I think the gathering is what makes it work. It makes it nice and doable. I like it a lot. I never thought I would wear a high split, but I definitely would wear it like this. I feel so fully covered, but also like a little bit of, sexiness at the same time. Hey, Aisha, welcome. How are you? Okay, so next week we're going to be doing, so we're dividing the Lovely LaShawn dress, which is Dee's pattern. We're going to divide it into 2 weeks. 2 weeks. So next week we're going to do half, and then we will finish up the following Friday. So next Friday we're going to do half, and we'll finish up the following Friday. So just want to make y'all aware of that. Oh, here I did print. So she said, crepe, polyester, silk, and any fabric with a two-way stretch that has some movement. So this doesn't have as much movement to it, but it'll work for me. I like denim, and it has a two-way stretch, so I was making it work. So yeah, crepe, polyester, silk, and any fabric that you might have that has a two-way stretch is going to give you that, probably give you, it'll be easier to create that gather, even though this was not difficult. Y'all saw me do it. So, you got a little bit of flexibility with that. But yeah, those were the suggested fabrics. And it's only 4 pattern pieces, of which 2 are the facing for the neck piece. That's 2 of the pieces. So it's a front and a back and 2 neck facings and a zipper. That's it. That's all you need. Inner facing for the front and the back facing. Neck facings. That's it. So anyway, back to next week. So next week we are going to be doing, and let me see, somebody gave me something. Let me see, and I didn't even acknowledge it or say thank you. Thank you, Carmen, for your support. Thank you. Thank you for helping me out with these prizes. Every little bit counts. So I appreciate you. And thank y'all for joining. And thank y'all for playing. I will be in touch with our winners. Lynette, Armina, Monica, Miss Olivia. I will be in touch with all of you. Armina and Monica. Are you on Instagram? Can I inbox you? Can you put your Instagram? If you are on Instagram, can you put it in there? And that way I can chat with you. If y'all are still on, put your Instagram in there so I can get your information to you. Yeah. So that's what we're gonna do next week. Be ready, be there, or be square, or whatever the saying is. I'll be there. And I'll be ready to go. I probably will do some prep ahead of time. Armina, so okay, yeah, I think we're already following each other. I'm almost 100%. Yes, Lynette. Yep, crepe, polyester, or silk fabric. Yep, and of course you see I use denim or any fabric she said with a two-way stretch you can use, and that has some flow to it. This does not have any flow to it. I'm gonna make it flow. It's gonna be flowing on me, but yeah. Monica. Okay. Monica D40. Okay. All right. I will be in touch so y'all can get your prizes. Thank y'all for playing. I appreciate it so much. This was really fun. We're going to do something next week too, because I love the trivia. That was so much fun. Okay. So, and I'm going to look forward to giving y'all your prizes. I will be in your inboxes after I take like a deep breath for a minute. So no rush to respond. But yeah, I'll be in your inbox, and then you can tell me how to send you your prizes. And then I will see you all next week. Make sure y'all like if you didn't already like. Make sure you like. And I'll see y'all next Friday at 7 o'clock. I'm gonna try my best to be on time. I should be able to be on time because I'm not traveling, so I should be on time. Be there or be square. All right. Bye, everybody. See y'all next week. Thank you. Bye.
Let's get social. Come and sew with me. Let's get social. You know it